Hey guys, I'm a fucking nerd, and this is my stupid ass podcast.
Yeah.
Welcome.
And, welcome. Yeah, welcome to Dog's Teeth. Dog's Teeth, dude. These headphones are too good. I can't hear anything else in the world.
I can't either, bro. I might just get mugged.
Yeah, we're set. Yeah. Well, what? You got a ghost? Is that a ghost behind you?
Ghost?
Oh, no. It must have been a frog. We're off to a really good start. Dude.
This is awful already.
I was talking to my buddy yesterday. He got a new puppy, and he said he just took her to the vet yesterday. I want to ask you about this too, by the way, but she's peeing all the time. They're having a hard time, whatever. But just real quick, I told him the vet's so she's gonna start teething soon. You're gonna notice if you find teeth, whatever, you probably won't. They usually swallow them. But I was like, bro, if you find dog's teeth, will you give them to me? And he's like, sure. So it's gonna happen, man. Even if he finds just one.
Was that a setup for the intro to the podcast, or is this real life?
That's real life. That literally happened just yesterday, and I figured it's perfect time to mention it. So
that is amazing time.
Also, sponsor me.
Sponsored. I'm already sponsored. Code 0.
Oh, there's nothing there because it's 0. We'll cut it.
Yeah, I guess I won't get that sponsored today. Anyways.
Yeah. It's good stuff. Yeah. Dude, I wish I would have invested in Zoom. They blew up fucking 300% or something. It's insane.
I've been looking at a couple stocks recently.
Like which ones?
There's one is called Asana or something. They just recently went public, and they're like a web workspace.
Right.
So you can plan out your schedule with your workers and shit like that. And set due dates on projects and stuff like that.
Oh, okay. I've seen ads for something like Monday. I think it's similar or something.
That's just the day of the week. I don't know what that is.
I don't know. Oh, accessibility. Dude, I'm in the preferences thing, but it won't let me. It should be an option to let you also do it. Oh, I see it. All right, you should be able to do it now.
Noise. Oh.
Whoa.
You're fucking God.
I am a legend. Tell me why. Oh, man. I got this thing right here. No, don't touch it. It's just for show.
What is it?
This guy.
Oh, is that the Led Zeppelin 89?
Yeah, it's an actual Zeppelin. You can fly it. It's wild. It's really good.
Very multi-purpose. I like that.
Yeah, I'm pretty smart, dude. You know what I need to do? I need to raise this so I look like a regular person, because it's on a weird level, it
True.
makes me look like I'm an antelope maybe. Oh, I'm just making a mess. My desk, there's not really oh, there's a box. Yeah, dude. I just got a random box laying around in my room. I bet that'll work. Box it up.
Very resourceful.
Oh, yeah, I like to be sustainable, Why throw things out when it can just add a huge fucking mess to your bedroom?
That's true.
Well, look at you. You have an office? What is that behind you? Boxes? No.
Yeah, it's Emily's storage for her things.
What does she do? It's jewelry or something? All these weird little things.
Because she's a woman, she has to do jewelry.
I just saw little tiny crates. I don't know.
No, it's art.
Oh, it's jewelry.
Painting.
Okay.
She makes fiberglass jewelry.
That's art. Hey, man.
True.
If
it's colored.
Whoa. Are we getting into that?
I knew it was coming, too. Oh, no.
Is it time already? Jeez.
Cut.
Yeah. We need to get sponsored first, and then we can have all those kinds of talks.
Coke
Cheers.
Zero.
Yeah. Coors. Not.
All right, see you later, bud.
It's gonna work, dude. We're gonna get like Patreons, and they're gonna come to us to listen to this ridiculous. They're like, what are they even talking? Do we have any insight on the world? Maybe we could talk about real stuff. I think mostly it's just like we just troll people, and we get them to send us dog's teeth in envelopes and like praise Michael Jordan.
We're starting really early with the telling people to send us dog's teeth.
I'm saying I don't want that, but it's gonna happen.
Why even bring it up? That is not good.
We'll have to have at least more than 2 watchers on this, so you know. Hold on, are you vaping? Is it weed vape?
No, it's nicotine vape.
It started. I'm a bad influence, or I guess it's not me. It's been a while.
Yeah, exactly.
It'd be weird if you're just out there watching me smoke all the time. How are you?
I'm like a fake smoker. I do it for like the fruity flavors.
Like the flavor shit.
Yeah, I don't notice the nicotine at all. I'm not like a fiend.
So you're like a candy smoker.
Yeah.
I just made that up. So trending. Yeah. That'll be trending worldwide tomorrow on Twitter. Look it up.
Hashtag candy smoker.
Candy smoker. Ooh, these kids these days. Ew. Little candy smokers. It even has colors. Oh my gosh.
It's so not good. I was going to say something bad.
Dude, I read about like monetization. My hair looks terrible. It's I need a haircut so bad.
Mine does too, dude. I look like Teen Wolf.
I like the beard actually. Mine's getting there. It's just so thick. Oh,
well, mine is.
But both of them, we could tie them together and save the world. We could build a bridge.
No one would walk on that bridge.
No.
We would be alone.
And we couldn't walk on it because it's on our chins. So, you know.
But I'm not going to try. Next topic, please.
Yeah. I was saying something. Oh, yeah. Monetization. I looked that shit up. You're allowed to drink, like, as long as you're being responsible and stuff, and you're not, like, advocating for, like, young kids, like, going out and drink. It's the best thing. Like, you know, pretend like it won't ruin your life, you know?
Are you 16 and pregnant?
Yeah. Drink Coors, dude. Whoa. Yeah. So, and then they say you can smoke weed, too. Well, they didn't really say that.
That's kind of surprising.
They didn't actually. You know what? I'm just remembering what I read. It didn't say that at all. It said
I didn't read anything. I'm making all of this up.
It said no illegal drugs, and if you're doing weed, it has to be like in a legal state or something. You know.
I like how you said doing weed, like you're
an
80-year-old Republican.
Kids these days just out here doing weed.
Oh, you're doing weed again.
We're good. It's gonna be we'll try it for a little bit, and it's gonna end up getting cut down to 3.5 minutes, maybe 20 seconds.
Oh, the whole thing.
Yeah,
the whole hour.
It's bad. Yeah. I have no air conditioning.
That is rough.
It's hot.
Now we look like we color coordinated.
Yeah, we do this on purpose,
and it's not really nerdy.
It's not like it's just like a white undershirt that is now a regular shirt. I'm all sweaty.
You admitted to being sweaty on cam?
It doesn't happen to you.
Your mother's going to watch this.
I hope not.
Yeah, for real.
I feel like, why are you on about dog's teeth and shit?
Why aren't you getting a job? What are you doing?
Yeah, go to work. Dude, I'm fucking good.
What's up?
That's in addition to what else I have. I don't like to know. My mom's in control of it, so I can't take shit out. And I'm like,
that's funny.
Hey, you do this for me. I send it for my check-in to her. I'm like, don't even tell me. I think it's maybe 15. I don't know. I'm like, dude, I'm saving something. I can almost buy my tiny house back, dude.
That would be quite the turn of events. You should hit him up.
Dude, that would, because they probably finished it. I hope so. Or do they they just wasted 20 grand. They're like, we're dumb. We didn't know.
They might rent it out. Can you rent those things out?
Yeah, I think that's what they were saying.
Put them somewhere.
They were saying they wanted to do shit like that, I think, or make it like an in-law suite for their family or something.
Wrong.
Yeah.
Wrong.
But I don't know. I asked him not. He was like, do you want to stay friends on Facebook and shit? Yeah, I'll send you pictures of it or whatever. I'm like, no, I'm okay, man. I was like, not because I don't want to be friends, but I'm like, yeah, I just don't want to see pictures of it.
Don't want the PTSD,
yeah.
Oh. All my hard work.
Like, yeah, like I did the hardest parts, and you just like furnished it. You know, I'm like, oh, and it looks great. What? Like, oh, fuck you.
To be fair, you did get paid pretty well for it.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, but
Yeah.
but for material costs and stuff, if you add like my time of like my hourly rate, which I was brand new to, I was learning what I was doing, so it took way longer anyways. But
Yeah.
even if you pay me like 10, I don't know, it's unrealistic. $15 an hour for that shit, like it would have been way more than 20. But then they probably wouldn't have paid that shit.
Right. And
So-
you were on a time restraint at the
Right.
time.
At the time, I thought I was, yeah.
Yeah.
But I should, whatever. I was happy to get rid of it. And then Sean brought the bus up there anyway. So, do you still see Sean?
That did work out. No, I haven't talked to him super
Yeah.
recent. He invited
Yeah.
me to a party thing like a couple weeks ago, I think. But
Oh, cool.
yeah, I've been so busy on this house, it's nuts.
And what are you still doing? Like crawl space shit or whatever?
No, I don't have to mess with any of that. I would
Oh, that was the guys.
absolutely lose it. Yeah. They were just banging on shit, and you could hear it like crystal clear on the phone.
Yeah,
That was
well,
great.
that's the time to try recording or something, you know? You get the really good
Yeah.
bass kicks in.
True.
Yeah. Yeah, like accompanied by, like, you know, Manuel, I don't know, whatever. Smoking off screen. I'm like
Yeah.
packing a bong because I don't care.
I don't know if you're just an 80-year-old man in a 30-year-old body or what, but I'm just packing a bong.
What am I? Is that old? Is that an old thing to say?
Packing up. Well, the way you said it, your delivery. was
The
old.
bowl. Oh, okay. Yeah, look how dirty that. I am an old man. I'm gross. Because they don't clean shit. They'd be like, yeah, you do it. No.
Well, that's why you had kids back in the day.
Right. And wives.
You didn't really love people. You just like,
No.
let me get some kids in here to clean
Right.
my shit.
Pop them out and make them do stuff. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Right. I mean, get to work. You know.
Yeah. Christians have the right idea. Just have like 8 kids.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
have
I
them
think.
take care of it.
Yeah, Catholics. Yeah, just no abortion. Just like let them fly. And like the second
True.
they drop out, you cut their cord and you go, get to work.
Get on the lawn, boy.
You just strap an anvil on their back. They're like, what?
Like this has no purpose.
Yeah,
You do what I say.
yeah, there is no. It's just to be hard on them, you know. It's just life ain't fair.
It builds character. Yeah.
It definitely builds. It builds strong back
True.
muscles. That for sure. Since
It
the day
breaks backs and then it builds them.
they
That's-
absorb the anvil into their back in their flesh, and then they grow stronger from it. They're like X-Men.
And then they become like a X-Men villain.
Yeah.
They're like
Yeah. Oh, the villains.
Hunchback.
Yeah. The Hunchback of Notre Dame, but he's but he's got siblings.
I'm Anvil-Back. And they're like, oh, he's horrible. Like, how did he become like this? My Catholic father.
And then the only guy who can save him is like he has a hammer or something, and he's like, "This is going somewhere."
True.
Yeah.
True.
We'll work it
I'm
on the
right
next.
there.
Oh, we'll figure it out on the next one. It'll be like an episodic, like Anvil-Back guy. Now there's a hammer. What does the hammer do? Next time.
Yeah, we got to figure it out.
Mhm.
It won't be anytime soon, but
But when it does happen, someone will probably do it for us. Actually,
someone will
let's be
talk
honest.
about it.
Yeah.
Oh,
That would be cool.
We'll get fan fictions.
Yeah, they'll be writing stories about us. Like, yeah, they both had the same color shirt on, but like that's not even fiction. They're not very good at fan fiction.
Fan nonfiction.
Yeah. They're
So
just
these two losers were doing a podcast. They had white shirts on. They're talking about nonsense and advocating drinking.
Do you think we? Yeah, I think
We should introduce the podcast. I think.
introduce it.
Yeah. So
How do you do that?
you're like, hey guys, I'm a fucking nerd, and this is my stupid ass podcast.
Yeah.
Welcome.
And, welcome. Yeah, welcome to Dog's Teeth.
Yeah.
And I want to do Dog's Teeth, but without the apostrophe S, like just DOGS. Like, make it's completely
Like we are the dogs.
Yeah, dog's teeth. And but also it's not proper. Like I
Okay,
like
but
it.
then our graphic is my top teeth and
Okay.
your bottom row of teeth.
Yeah, okay.
So
That's really gross.
somebody who watches this edit our teeth together.
That is the worst idea. Ugh.
Wow, we just became business partners, and you're
Yeah.
already stifling my creativity.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
Well, you know, we got to be realistic about some things. Like, I'm allowed to talk about some things that get a little edgy, but, you know, once we start sticking
You're the
teeth,
edgy one, and
No.
then I got to rein it all in.
Yeah. Good cop, bad cop, you know? You got good, you know, do you know who you look like? Blade.
True.
But she said, does she still think that? You look like Wesley Snipes?
I haven't brought it up.
Dude, that's the funniest shit ever.
That was really nuts.
Also, you did look a lot like The Rock just there with the finger thing.
We have the same name.
So that's true. It's in my phone that way. Sometimes I'm trying to look you up to call you. I'm like
where is this guy?
I'm looking up Dwayne and then I can't find you. It's like Blade, The Rock, Johnson, why? But then I laugh, and then I laugh when I see it, and then I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna change it. That would be stupid.
Just for that second of satisfaction.
Yeah.
It's still like that on your Netflix too.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh man, are you still using that? That's
on one of my TVs, I think.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Dude, they don't charge you more for it. I don't get why more people don't do that. Like,
I don't know. People worry about their passwords, I guess.
I get that, but like, make up a different password, you know? Why is that?
Yeah, I don't know.
Ugh.
I'm sure there's some kind of cap on how many people can be on it at one time.
I think there is. It's something like 5 maybe.
And most people probably have like multiple devices in their own home that they're using it for. So.
Yeah. That's probably how it works. Well, actually, I wonder if I don't know, dude. The more I'm thinking about it, like, what if you just have like a big house? You have like 20 TVs, and
you're a sicko.
Yeah, something's wrong with you. And not only that, but you watch Netflix in every single room for some reason. You know, like you can't just
at the same time.
Oh,
honey, you want to watch a movie? I got to turn on all the TVs first.
That's how you get the surround sound.
Oh, echolocation or something.
Yeah. Well, it's just a lonely house. You know, it's so big, and it's like I'm the only one there.
True. I'd get scared.
Yeah. So turn on TVs, and then you don't. When there is a noise from the other room, you're not like it's a ghost. You're like, oh, you know, it's Boy Meets World.
You won't check on it when you hear glass shattering.
Yeah, and
it's your windows. You're
right. It's Topanga coming in through the window. You know. She never did. Yeah, I mean.
Old reference, but okay.
Dude, I like Boy Meets World, man. It's classic. I haven't seen it in a while, but watch it. Look it up. Put it on.
If Wesley Snipes isn't in it, I don't want any parts.
You know what? I think he might show up. He sticks the kid into a locker one time, and he goes like, "I'm." We'll stop there. I was gonna say, "I'm Wesley Snipes." Yeah. So, you know, it's going pretty well. And,
so.
Yeah. What are you listening to? Or video games you're playing? What's cool in your life right now? Besides work? Because that's always cool.
Work is always cool.
Yeah. Dog seat. Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. Life's cool.
It is cool.
Music. The world's fucked up, though.
Yeah. Dude,
Yeah.
Oh, did you watch the debate, dude?
No.
Do you do politics stuff, really?
No.
That's good.
I try not to. It's frustrating.
Good. Yeah, man.
It doesn't make any sense.
Bro, it was the best thing I've ever seen. I might be like the only person.
I heard it was pretty funny.
Dude, it was like I talked to my family, like everyone, my family's all nuts, and they're just like, dude, I was telling my sister, I'm like, dude, that may have been the most entertaining thing I've seen in the last few days. Like, I wanted to have popcorn and chicken wings, like it was the fucking Super Bowl. Like, I was sitting there, like my roommate, like you met Felix, like Felix down in the other hall. He's like, he's watching at the same time, and Trump's like said something to Biden. He's like, made fun of him, and I yelling out, I'm like, yo, did he really? Like, I was like, let's go, let's fucking go, dude. It was so good. But everyone in my family, they're like, dude, you might be the only person who enjoyed it, and because you know what?
Yeah.
It was in real life though, like not like memeing. It was awful to watch. It was so hard to get through. It was so annoying. But at the same time, like those. That's why I was so like, let's go, dude. We got two of the worst fucking people you could choose.
Just from the start, you can't take it serious. No, I mean, you have to go in with the right mentality. It's like the two worst people possible.
They could have anyone else. Yeah, you have to have fun. It's like they should have a part where like you can come up and throw like little tiny cups of ice cream at them. Like it won't hurt. It's just it'll feel nice. Or just like might as well make a spectacle out of it. Like a clown show.
It already is one, yeah.
Yeah.
Just fully commit.
Yeah, like fling frozen yogurt from the audience, Just they're like, all right, guys, it's frozen yogurt time. Froyo, or throw your froyo.
And they're like breaking their backs trying to dodge it.
Yeah, because they're so old, they're so frail. Like
they're both decrepit. Yeah.
Yeah. Like Trump stands like a centaur, and Biden's half asleep. So
It's a match made in heaven. They should just stop going against each other.
Yeah, if they just come together like a horse and a
you take
man.
Left side of Trump and then the right side of Biden, and you human centipede them. They can both be the president.
Yeah,
everybody wins except for the Americans in the United States.
Yeah, all the Americans.
Everybody else, does really well with that.
That's true. Every single person on the planet, except for all of the people.
Right.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Like
that's all I'm saying.
And if we're gonna meme it up and troll people, we might as well go out in like the coolest of ways. So like, let's start an asteroid farm. Just grow them, shoot them up, and have them come back down.
The dumbest shit possible.
Yeah.
Idiocracy, but in real life.
We'll water a volcano in the middle of America. It'll grow. It'll be a beautiful big volcano. Then boom, boom, boom. I think I'm educating children on the proper ways to.
I hope no children ever come in contact with us, honestly.
Yeah, we might have to put like an age restriction.
Age restriction,
Yeah. Be like, you have to be at least 87 to watch this YouTube video. That way, just like nobody. Dude, what if we just make it so restricted access that nobody can even watch these things? But we do like the whole South Park, like Cartman owns the amusement park, and he's only letting in like 2 people a day, and it's like driving up.
And that gets the market going.
Like the attention, people are like, I want to get in that park. And he's like, no, only 2 people a day. And so they line up, and then he's like, all right, find 4 people today. And so he can, okay. This is stupid, but I was on the train the other day.
I don't know.
I was on the train the other day, and I had to go to work, started my retail job again. And then like only like once a month, basically, I'm in there for a couple days out of the week. It's so weird. And
that is weird.
And so I was on my way back, and I was a quarter, like 25 cents shy for my subway fare to get home, and I don't work again until like next Friday, literally. So like I don't care. It's weird to have money on a card that you don't even use anymore. So I would try to go to the machine, and I didn't have any like actual cash on me or like a quarter or anything. So I try to put the thing in, and I'm like, how much more do you need? Like 25 cents, and then immediately it just goes like blink, like put in a quarter, and it didn't give me the option to pay with the card for that low of an amount. And so I was like, well, but I don't have a quarter. So then I went back, and I was like, I don't have time for this. So I just did $2, and I figured, that's now I have extra money on there, but it's still not even enough for another ride. So it's pointless. I should have thought about that actually. Anyways, weird. It's weird that like it wouldn't let me pay that amount with any other form.
Well, it's probably a waste of because
of the transaction or something.
Yeah, there's a transaction fee probably or something when you use a card.
Maybe, I don't know. I guess I never. That must be included in the cost or something, because I would never see that.
Yeah, if you scoured your. Do they give receipts?
Yeah.
Oh.
You should take them, actually. People say you can like get tax write-offs and stuff for your like.
Oh shit!
But it only if you're like self-employed or like whatever.
If you're doing well.
Yeah, taxes suck out here. It's weird.
Oh, I'm sure.
Dude, you guys, you don't have to pay freaking sale or state Yeah, there's no state tax out there. It's amazing, right?
When do you get hit with a state tax?
In the same time, like it's like you got to pay like
just when you pay
federal,
for anything.
Yeah, like federal and state. But in Washington it's just federal. So
okay.
So like they don't take an extra. I guess they're taking it out of your paycheck already. So that's probably how it works. They're taking it somewhere, you know. Google that shit. Science.
So I love science.
Yeah. There's like you know what? I already know why I'm looking this up. I know this. I used to pay taxes there. It was so much less there. It was amazing. I miss that.
I love that.
Dude, what a good state, man. I like Washington a lot. But I just worry about the whole West Coast at this point. I'm like, I don't know. Aside from COVID and all this shit going on, it's like, whenever one of those, like the big one's gonna happen, like, what the hell's gonna happen, dude? Like,
what a big what?
The big one, like the big earthquake, like when California falls off the coast, like when whatever, like Mount Hood or like Mount St. Helens goes up, like, or both, you know.
I guess so, but you can say that about anywhere you live. There's like some catastrophe like this close to happening.
I know. That's
if
fair.
you look into it, yeah.
Yeah, because there could be like a nuclear reactor in Jersey or whatever.
Well, there was a huge hurricane. Well, hurricanes hit the East Coast all the time.
Right. Yeah, but by the time it makes its way up like the coast all the way to New York, it's like it's usually not that bad. But
I guess fucked up Jersey. Wasn't that Sandy?
Yeah, that one fucked up New York too, and they're still having a hard time from it. That was years ago. So, like, that was before I moved to Washington. That I was in New York for Sandy.
That was a while ago.
Yeah. And then there's still like the outer beaches out in New York are like, I think they're finally like back to normal for the most part, but it took them like a long ass time. Like, I mean, they lost everything, but still, like, it doesn't happen that often. And but the thing is with like the volcanoes, like when they're gonna go, there is no coming back from that. Like there's
no reaction time. It's like,
right. Yeah,
we're just dead. Yeah.
And yeah, it's not even just like, it's bad. Like a few houses get knocked over and blown away in the wind, and there's a flooding, and you lose some ground here and there. But no, it's like everything's gone. Start over, and also most people aren't around or are underneath.
And there's nothing to like start over.
Right.
It's all like lava and water now.
Right, yeah. Like, well, I mean, it creates a new mountain. I guess that's science.
I wouldn't be mad if that happened.
Well,
I feel like the Earth needs to start reclaiming some things.
Yeah,
I've been thinking real like Thanos like if half the world was gone.
Dude, my nephew is like, he just turned 2. They're supposed to, apparently by 2 you're supposed to know like about 50 words, and like that's how you know like you're on par to be like your language skills are doing well. He knows 50 superheroes, so he's got all these different action figures. And my parents, for his birthday, they got him a Thanos. So he's got Thanos. And he does this thing now when, like, you FaceTime him or you see him in person, whatever. He, like, holds up his toy and he goes, like, you can ask him, is that a good guy or a bad guy? And he'll be like, bad guy or good guy, whatever. And then, so I held up Thanos and I go, like, is he a good guy or bad guy? And he goes, bad guy. And I'm like, well, technically. Yeah. And
you got to feed it to him early.
And like my sister was like overhearing, and I was like explaining. I was like, okay, technically, yeah, he was a bad guy, but he was just like overshooting. You know, like he had a really good vision that he just kind of like took to the next level in a way that like wasn't so nice. And then my sister's like, he's 2. Like, this is way too nuanced. You know, you can't be talking like he's like she's like, you're gonna confuse him, dude. You're gonna fuck him up. I'm like, oh, okay, he's a bad guy. Yeah,
he's gonna become a villain now.
Yeah. Did I just is that his origin story?
My uncle was drunk one time. He told me about Thanos.
Yeah, I was probably drunk. Yeah. My friends.
Worst things to happen.
My friends call me the Drunkle, but they don't call me that. He calls me Uncle Jeremy. He can actually say it.
Do your friends actually call you that?
No, I mean sometimes, but like as an inside joke. Oh. It's actually like, you know, Honor, my old roommate. Like he's probably the only one who really calls me that. Because he knows me like pretty well.
He knows I'm a drunk.
I'm pretty bad. No, it's not safe. Do it safe, but you know sometimes it's a problem. Talk to someone, whatever, if you have a hard time. I'm good. And doing podcasts is helpful to have. I feel like that was a disclaimer I should put in there. Like, I don't know you don't know who watches
I
this
totally
shit.
yeah.
Like, you should
I
definitely
can get behind that.
You should drink responsibly and like don't let it become a vice for you and like a problem. Like, I drink pretty much every day, but there are times when like, oh, I had a rough night, I shouldn't drink today, and just things happen. Like, that's life. You have to be able to moderate and like manage yourself. I think as long as like, I feel okay, I feel like myself, I feel responsible for myself, then like I think you're good. You're an adult, make your decisions.
Yeah, people are gonna do what they want to do anyway.
It's not even that good. I mean, sponsor me.
This is my favorite now.
There's no Rainier out here, dude.
That is weird.
Like that, I got another one on standby right there.
Do you have any IPAs out there?
Any IPAs? Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I get IPAs when I go to the bar, but I just don't like. These are so cheap to get at the store that
might as well.
Well, it's a cost-effective thing, and it's funny because like I guess like getting to be like a little bit better off financially at this point is like, I don't know, it's weird to be I'm still so cheap, dude. That same guy that was like, even like just a couple of years ago, like when I first moved back to New York, coming from Washington where prices are so like buying things at a store is about the same in Washington as it is in New York, but like the cost of living there and stuff is so much cheaper. But like but also you make less, I guess, in a way. But at the end in Washington, when I got promoted a few times, it was like I felt like I was doing pretty well financially, and my rent really wasn't that much at that Aztec house. And so I don't know, but I was still so cheap all the time just because I had to. And then moving back here was like everything all of a sudden like 75% more expensive, and then like still making almost the same as what I was making in Washington at that point. And then like fucking it's so hard to get by. But now I'm doing better, and it's like I still have that I'm cheap as fuck. Like, I get the cheapest.
It's better
beer,
than
like
overdoing it.
Right.
You'd rather underdo it than overdo it.
You're maxing out your credit cards and shit.
You're like, oh, I'm doing well. Time to ruin it.
Right. Dude, I had a credit card in Washington, and I like defaulted on it, and I owed them like $3,000 or something. So I had to do that, and then now I just don't have a credit card anymore. Like, I paid them off, and then they're like, "Yeah, okay, we don't want."
Well, what's your credit like?
My credit's great, dude. It's weird.
That's awesome.
Because it went to the credit check, like or the credit collector, the debt collector, whatever, and they're trying to get my money, and I was like, "Oh, I didn't like I was like, dude, I just forgot. I literally I just wasn't paying attention to it." And I was like, okay, I had the some money.
Anybody that works for the IRS, just stop.
No, I'm good on the IRS. Yeah, my taxes are all good.
Okay.
But it was just for that, and I had some tiny house money, so I was just like, oh, here, dude. Because it was through a different website, and like I didn't pay attention to that shit, man. So I paid it off, and I think that just doing it immediately, like doing the lady on the phone was like, do you want to do it in installments or whatever? I'm like, no, like let's do it all right now. And
just
she's
get
like,
it out of the way.
Yeah, she was like all 3,400, whatever. I'm like, yeah, like all right now, let's do it. And I think being able to pay that full amount like at one time was like
she was really credit. Surprised. She thought you sounded poor.
Yeah, and all of a sudden
she's like, you want installments.
She's like, I want your phone number after that. She's like, take me out to dinner. I was like, you sound. Anyways, so I think my credit went up because of like me being able to do that. I think.
I'm surprised it went up from paying the lump sum. I guess I don't really know how it all works, but I would think if you're paying on time the installments, that it would go up because it's like I don't know. It's more time you're showing that you're credible, or you're like, I don't know.
That's how it works normally. Like when I went to college and I got my first credit card, my mom told me that. She's like, buy a pizza like once a month and use it, like put it on your credit card and then pay it off.
Essentially.
Because that long term of like, it proves that on a specific like pay window, you're ready to pay. And like that, like, so it's just,
you're consistently willing to pay
and reliable. That I think that's what gives you more credit. So I don't know how it works, but whatever. My credit's actually really good.
You just lucked up.
Yeah.
Like however it worked. It worked.
It worked, yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know anything about this shit. Yeah, I got my blue screen glasses. My glasses.
My glasses.
Do they work so well? Even just like seeing the white on the screen just now is like, God, just putting that up for that second.
You should get that app
so
I was telling you about.
You told me about it, and then you like while you were trying to sell me on it, you're like, by the way, it sucks. It's dog shit. Don't use it.
I'm using it right now.
Oh, well, so you lied to me.
I don't remember what I said. I was probably just memeing.
Reverse double dog dare, bro. Is that Indian giver? Can you say that anymore?
I don't know.
If you have to ask, it's probably not.
That's true.
I don't think we can say things.
Okay, but on a serious topic, I saw like such a sad Twitter video earlier. Mm-hmm. There was this native guy, and I want to say he was in Canada, and they built a road like over his family's land, and he was just peacefully speaking like on the road. I think it was like a celebration, like, oh, we just built this road, like community come and speak on it or something. Right. And this guy went up there, he went to the podium, and he's like, this shit is fucked up. Like, he was super elegant about it though. He's like, this just took away so much of my family's land. Like, it's horrible. You are all horrible. I think about that stuff all the time. Like,
that shit's crazy.
The natives just have gotten every raw deal in history. Still taking from them. Right. Like every chance Americans or Canadians can get to just take more from them. There's like laws and restrictions in place to let them have certain things. Right. And then they're just like, fuck it, I need a new road, dude. Right. I got to make it to that McDonald's on time. Like, your family?
That's so crazy, dude. And it's just like the whole concept of like what's going on like now with like American the opening borders and stuff, and like, you know, be like, no, we don't want immigrants and all that. It's like, bro, how do you not get it? Like, it's just like black and white. It's just like so easy. Literally just 500 years. Like, I know it's a very long time. Like, obviously, it's no one. Well,
not in the grand scheme.
Right, though. Right. In the the model of the universe, dude. It's
people don't think like that.
Right. I mean, it's hard for me to even wrap my head around it. Even in the scale of the planet itself. Like, forget the universe. That's way too insane. But like the Earth, it's still just a tiny little pinprick of time. Like 500 years is nothing. And
nothing.
And so it's like the fact that, you know. Just come over and you're like, here you are. This is your land. And wait, who are they? Oh, first of all, you tell them who they are, and they're like, no, like the Lucy.
No, you got us fucked up. We're not those people. Like, we matter too.
We're not Indians. Like, that's a whole other place out there, or like on that side.
But we're gonna call you Indians,
right? And do you know what's crazy?
So now you're Indians.
I don't know if it was Joe Rogan or some other podcast I've been watching, but one of the guests was saying. Fuck, dude. I don't even remember the specific like tribe that they were talking about, but it was some native tribe. They were saying that when they talk to them, they're like, do you prefer the term Native American or Indian? And they were like, basically they were like, look, dude, at this point, like, Indian is like what we've been called for so long that like that makes more sense to us to be called than they were saying like we'd rather just be known as Indian at this point. Wow. But I forget what tribe it was, because it's not like saying all Native American tribes, right. But like whatever tribe that was, they were just like, look, we resigned to it years ago. Like, just we're Indian. That's what we are to us, whatever. But like they get the Native American thing. But
I feel like Native American, it like makes the most sense. But
it's what makes sense. That's what it
has sting to it, like, as well. I don't know. Maybe that's not right, but it's like we're admitting that you were here first, and we just like demolished you. Like
that's too. Like, you could be like. Yeah, the Native Americans are like, you know, you're literally like in the same sentence. You could be like, the Native Americans are whatever, say something derogatory about them. But so you're like calling them like you're what they are. Like, they were here first and being like, yeah, but we deserve it better or whatever. It's like,
yeah,
what? Dude,
you just can't win. Yeah.
Dude, it's so fucked up. This whole country is like predicated on just like raping and pillaging and like I mean, it's classic. You know, it's
That's just 100% true. And then
it's dynasty shit.
And then they all have found a voice to speak on every other culture,
right?
Except for their own. That's like,
and not just culture, but like men or women too. Like, you know, like men can tell women what to do with, like, you know.
Oh yeah.
Like that's. I mean, I guess that's always been the case in history, probably. You know, like women always seem to get like the shit end of the.
I don't think that's always the case. Probably majority of the time.
Just in like medieval history and stuff, which is like what I kind of understand somewhat, is like, I don't know.
But there's been like queens and.
Yeah, but they were still shit on by their king. Like they're still lesser to the king. You know, like Queen Elizabeth.
Always.
Anyways, whatever. I got my numbers confused. Don't call me Joe Biden over here, but okay. But she just turned 60, and if the guy died in 6, what was he? How? Queen Elizabeth. I don't even know his name, so I have to look up Queen Elizabeth's husband. And
his name was King Elizabeth.
Prince Philip, Duke Edinburgh. Oh wait. Oh, but who was? Hold up. Was she actually the queen?
We're learning on this podcast.
Hold up. I searched Queen Elizabeth's husband, and I'm finding like someone like she's married to now, because like there's a date on it that says they married in 1947, which is crazy ass long ago. They married in 1947.
So she's actually 1,000. I mean,
oh, in 1947, his name Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh. He got 3 titles when he married Elizabeth. In 1947, he renounced his right to those thrones in order to marry then Princess Elizabeth. Upon their marriage, Philip received 3 new titles. They are the Duke of Edinburgh, the Earl of Marioneth, and Baron Greenwich. And then down here it says, not that one. Philip left active military service when Elizabeth became queen in 1952. She became queen in 1952. And was formally made a British prince in 1957. Philip retired from his royal duties on August 2017, age 96. Blah, 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 nothing. So 52. She's been queen since 52, dude. That's so.
But, okay, so that proves my point.
She's 1,000.
The queen.
Yeah,
no.
Yeah. Your point is right too. I don't know when that started. So that you are right. That was a matriarchy then. It's like so.
Is what it sounds like.
I need to do more research into that, because I feel like that can't be right. Like I don't think we've ever seen a successful, or like Parliament had already been around long enough that like it was more like the monarchy is like a facade. It's like it's just for show of like, you know, our king and our queen, and they have their balls and whatever, but like Parliament runs the country. So like she's more of just like a symbol head instead of like an actual queen who makes decisions and like rules, you know?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because that's the way she seemed to me in my whole lifetime. Like she's just pretty and like, or whatever, mother, you know.
She'll be on camera. Yeah. Like, don't know if she's actually signed bills.
Right.
Or whatever, but.
I feel like she may have a somewhat of a say when it comes to certain things, but it's not like they're not like if she's like.
We just don't know enough about their politics to really speak on it, I guess.
So you know what's weird is like a lot of people I work with are like not from the country, whatever, and they tell me all the time, they're like, dude, we understand all of how your politics work here. Like, they're like, do you get that? Like, we are into the same things that you are. We're concerned about the same things you guys are. But we also know everything that's going on in our hometown too. Like, you know, in our home country. And I'm like, holy shit. Like, you know what's going on in like Italy? Like my Turkish friends like know what's going on in Turkey. I'm like, and it's crazy, by the way, all the shit's going on there.
Oh, I'm sure.
And
there's a lot of countries that are just actively like fucked up most of the time.
And it's weird that like we don't pay. We're like, fuck them. Like we don't pay any attention, you know. Like we're Americans, do whatever. Ugh. It's funny because like I'm kind of joking, but it's also like that's how most Americans are. Like they won't. We have 24/7 news, but they're not playing like international news because people here they're like, I don't care. It didn't happen in Texas, you know.
Yeah, for sure. Just a very self-centered country.
You know, dude. We are though. That's the problem. I wonder if I can do this. Because my thing is. So
you gonna start performing?
No, thank you. By the way, dude, I wrote some short stories, dude. I'm gonna email them to you. I didn't know I had your email, but now it makes sense that I have your email.
Old music shit.
Yeah. Are you still doing music? What's up with that?
Barely. I just haven't had the time for it, really. I'll take like 30 minutes to write something, but then that's it. I just get distracted, or
it's just because like too much like work, or because the house stuff.
There's work, there's house, there's plenty of games.
There you go.
Gotta fucking nerd it up.
And like lady stuff, dude. I know that takes up time.
Oh yeah, I mean family stuff comes first, always.
It should, yeah. That's good. How's Peanut? You said you had.
I was just about to say, yeah, he went to grooming today. He was like flipping out as we gave him to the groomer, and but he did well. They said he did fine.
Do they have?
I think they lie about. I don't think he's ever doing fine for them. I think he's always trying to like bite them and shit. They just don't want to say like, yeah, he's a demon dog. Like, stop bringing him here.
Yeah. Oh, do you think he really is that bad for them?
We try to brush him, and he'll try and bite us like actively. He is not for it. You can pull on his hair like this much, and he's like trying to run away from you.
Dude, yeah, you were telling me that. Did you try the cat, like the comb with like the
little soft one?
Yeah.
I haven't tried it yet.
It might be like
it's very discouraging when you just get your fingers on two of his hairs and he's instantly freaking out. Like, it might be a lost cause at this point.
I'm so glad she has short hair, because I'm telling you, dude, she'd be the same way. She's so sensitive about everything.
Super sensitive.
Oh, man. It's the Chihuahua thing, dude. Like, it's got to be, right?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Because we tried to start him early on it, but it didn't matter.
Is he socialized well with other dogs or people or, stuff?
He loves people. Dogs is rough, though. He needs, like, slow dogs. If it's a senior dog that's not really up to much, just hanging out on the wing, he'll totally go hang out with them.
Right.
It's just like big hyper dogs. He will not have it. He's like running away. He's tail tucked, ears back. He's tripping out about it.
Robin's the same way, man. And like, my buddy just got this puppy, and I cannot pronounce this dog's the breed name. Like,
awesome.
It's some French name. It's a French pointer basically, but it's like Le Barack de Bourbonnais or something. I have no idea.
Doesn't even sound close to anything I know. She's
gonna look like a lab basically, with like floppier ears. She's super cute. She has green eyes, dude. Which I looked it up because this is my buddy Poi. I think you met him, and I was like, dude, man, her eyes are so pretty. Like, I was like, I've never seen that before. I looked it up. Green eyes are apparently like infinitely rare for dogs. It's like it's like the rarest eye color among dogs, and like a very, very small amount of dogs have that eye color. So she's just like super, like a special gem. And then
did you have to pay a lot for her?
No, just like a normal, like I want to say he paid like $800 or something, like pretty typical like dog price. I feel like he got her from the breeder, and I don't know. But
yeah, dude, that's not terrible.
But she's been like, he brings her over into the yard and like trying to. We want Rava to become friends with her while she's still smaller than Rava, because she's like
that makes sense. Yeah,
she's just about to be taller. Like the last few days she's been smaller, but she's like growing really fast. And she's just so full of energy though. Rava's freaking out all the time, and but then she'll start playing back once her name's Coda. Once Coda starts slowing down, Rava's like, okay, now I'm gonna get you.
Yeah.
And so it's cool to see. I just hope when Coda gets bigger that like they could still be friends and she won't be so intimidated. But
I think so.
Yeah,
it depends on how many interactions they have. I feel like if it's like only once in a while, it probably won't like last, that connection.
Well, yeah, that's what I've been saying too. So we've had her over here like 3 or 4 times the last couple weeks now. So I don't know. I think it'll get better. But
that'll be good for both dogs.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I hope it works out. But she's just so particular, dude. It's like, I'm sure it's like Peanut. Like, it's just hard.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll take him to the dog park, and he'll just walk right next to us, like no leash, no anything. He'll stay next to us the whole time.
Yeah, kind of endearing. Like, it's cute. It's like he really trusts you'll protect him and stuff, but at the same time, like, as a parent, you want your kid to go run off.
And go hang out, dude. Right. I don't want you to be right under me.
Yeah. Dude, you can have friends, bro.
One day.
Dude. Yeah. Dude, I got I wrote two short stories that are pretty good. I'll send them to you. But the first one's about Rava, and it was just like I had these nightmares, like just these weird dreams during COVID, and they were like the two most real dreams of ever. Like, I don't usually remember my dreams at all, but these were like so visual. Like, I feel like I woke up screaming. Like, and I remembered everything, and like went down and I wrote the shit, and then like I made it like pretty. You know, I tried to like write it up nice and whatever.
Yeah.
But dude, just the visuals of it was like the terror, and like dude, it was like the moon in the first one. The moon was like erupting, and just pieces of it were falling down to earth, like giant asteroids. Like, and it's the world was ending. And then all of a sudden I was like, I had to go save Rava, and so that's what the story is about. And it's like, it's so scary, and there's like so much fear in the whole, like, in my heart. It was just like, I have to get her. Like, she won't know what to do, and I'm sure she's terrified. She's afraid of the hardwood floor, dude. You know, she's afraid of what, you know, she's afraid
she won't last. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So like, oh yeah, asteroid, moon erupting, bro. Come on.
Yeah. That's what's up, though.
Yeah.
I've had like spooky ass, like terrifying dreams before too. That shit it's scary, but it's cool at the same time. You're like, damn, well, I didn't even know I could be that terrified.
Right.
Especially from a dream. Like, that shit is wild.
Well, it's just nice to know when you wake up, you're like, oh, okay, thank God that wasn't real.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. That's the best part.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, dude. But yeah, writing. What else is going on? I don't know. My life's weird. I don't really do anything, I feel like, you know? But like, I do, but, you know, I don't.
A lot of YouTube.
Dude, tons of YouTube, man. But
yeah, that's how you learn shit.
That's all I've been doing, man. I've been watching tons of like lectures on writing and stuff, and like trying to get better. Here's the thing is like you met my buddy Gabe, and like he's the only one I can really like share my stuff with, because no one else really seems interested in like my fiction stuff. So like, also, I just don't want to push it on people, you know. I feel weird about like, I wrote this thing, read this, you know, whatever. But he asked me about it. He's like, hey, you know, you write anything new, I'll read it for you, whatever. So like, I'll send it to him. And just like the other day I sent him those these two short stories, and he had read the one about Rava, the first one, but the second one was new. And he's telling me, he's like, bro, since last year when like I first started writing, he's like, you have clearly been doing something, like you're learning from the right places or whatever it is. Like, he was like, I can tell, like, he's just like really impressed with my rate of growth. And I'm like, like, you know,
that's what's up.
Take it with a grain of salt, because, you know, I think he's a pretty decent writer, but it, you know, it's all about, I can't let my ego get out of check. You know?
For sure. Yeah. Just on one guy's opinion. You
right.
Like, oh, I can write the next Harry Potter.
Yeah. But you got to be careful about that, because she's getting a ton of flack from Twitter with all of her like trans stuff, whatever. Like,
she made a character like gay or something, or what? Twitter's mad at her a lot or something.
So yeah, I don't get that story. It's like there's a because she's had Twitter mad at her for a long time about like her belief on the whole trans issue, which like I can't even get into it, because it's just like part of me kind of agrees with her, which is like, first of all, I think everyone should be entitled to do what you feel is right for you.
Yeah,
whatever,
of course.
You know? But I do worry about like kids and stuff doing that stuff, because it's just like, I worry about if they're going to regret it, because you never know. I don't know. I can't project that stuff, whatever. But I think she's just out there saying like, she's like, a woman's a woman. I forget what she said, but everyone hated her for that. And then this new book she wrote, that's why people are like mad at her again recently. It's like, this new book is, what is it? Like, the main character is a man who like, he dresses up as a woman and kills people or something. Or is it a woman who dresses up as a man? It's one of the, either way, it's someone who's like dresses up as the opposite gender and like is a serial killer or something.
I'm going to look it up. I want to try to have an opinion on it. Why are people mad at what's her name? J.K. Rowling?
J.K. Rowling, yeah. You're gonna find so many responses.
Yeah, I guess so. Rowling is attracting criticism for tweeting in support of Maya Forstater, who sued a former employee after losing her job for making transphobic statements.
Well, what does that even mean? Like,
I don't know. Maybe my reading comprehension is really low because I'm thinking the same thing. I'm like, oh, let me look further in the article. Maybe they say it for dummies.
Well, like they'd have to explain to us what the transphobic comments were for us to like understand.
I mean, it's a long article.
Oh
but,
yeah.
So here's a direct tweet from her. Dress however you please. Call yourself whatever you like. Sleep with any consenting adult who will have you. Live your best life in peace and security, but force women out of their jobs for stating that sex is real. Okay.
I'm not mad at that.
I mean, people should. Man, it's so hard to say. People should be able to say what they want to say. I don't know. If that's her honest opinion, if she's saying she thinks females are females, I mean,
right. So like that's
because you want to. It's so tough. You want to be understanding for people who are sensitive to that,
right?
But she can have an opinion.
And at the same time, I'll go ahead and say, like, I'm of a mind to agree with that. Like, you know, if words lose all meaning, like, you know, what are we doing? And like, you're allowed to feel her however you want, but her saying that a woman is a woman is literal. Like, that's what the language means. It's not a stretch for me to be like, look, I get there are nuances and there's other like implications to what she's saying. I obviously, like, we all get that. We know it's a very politicized moment, but like, you know, it is true to say a woman is a woman, like, you know.
Well, yeah.
And like, yeah,
but I feel like the nuance is just, it's too blatant because it's like,
sure,
of course that's a fact. Women are women,
right?
But
that's why it's said like that.
It's insinuating that they maybe not shouldn't.
Yes. Yeah. Dude, I'm 100% with you. Like, her saying that line is something. It's like it
is on purpose. Yeah,
right.
You said
yes.
it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's a truth for sure that we all know, and because it's so like is like 2 = 2. Like, it's so obvious that like saying it, like there's obviously some kind of like behind the words meaning for that, like a subtext to it, but at the same time, on the surface level, like, you can't deny those words, and like I think people should move on. Like, she wrote one of like. Honestly, she should move on. That's what I think. She's like, dude, you're the first author ever to become a billionaire, bro. Like, she's literally like, Harry Potter like took her to the stratosphere,
bro. What are you saying she has to move on from?
I think just move on from fan interaction. I think like if she loves writing, because I was gonna say too, like, move on from writing. You're a billionaire. Go live your life. Go be on an island, have fun. But at the same time, if you love writing, if that's your passion, keep doing what you're doing, obviously. And like, you know, if you're passionate about it, go for it. But at the same time, like, money is kind of like the means to an end. And it's like, if you have that much money, like, you know, it's not like even your kids and your grandkids and your great grandkids are going to have a good life with $1 billion, you know? So it's like, I don't know. How much more do you have to put yourself through, like, the limelight and like putting yourself out there to be like, you know, open to criticism from millions of people on the internet who can like twist your words, and even if she's twisting them herself in the first place, like, why are you putting it out there? Just get off Twitter. Like, why does she need it? She doesn't need to market her books.
It's tough to say though, because she's been in the limelight in such a positive way for so long. She probably doesn't expect backlash, or at least not as extreme level, as like we should cancel her or like not support her work anymore.
I think you're probably right. Yeah. but at this point, like, even if that's not what she expected, like,
and she should be able to tweet. I mean,
yeah, of course she should. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just what I'm saying is like it may be beneficial to her career, like as a career option
to not interact or
yeah.
It's
which is again like it's sad that like I don't know, like the woke culture, and I don't want to get into that stuff, but like it is sad that you can't have freedom of speech anymore, like on the internet, and like I don't know. I feel like she should be able to say what she wants. That people should be able to criticize her too.
Yeah.
But
it's such a slippery slope because like free speech can be really fucked up. Like
that's true. Yeah.
just unreasonable shit. Well, that's like happening in America right now.
What is like Dave Chappelle said something about like it's like in comedy like he's talking about freedom of speech and stuff, and about like the truth is like we may not believe what it is we're saying up here on stage, and like we might not believe that it's a truth of what we're saying, but like it should be accepted that as a truth that like we can say it though. That's what he was trying to say. It's like whether even we as the comedians agree with what we're saying, it should be accepted as a reality that we have the ability to say it. It's just about like I'm not saying that right at all. It's just about being able to say anything because that's what the right of freedom of speech means. But then it's still within like reason of even the person delivering it doesn't have to agree with what they're saying. That's kind of the point of comedy is like you could say like Louis C.K. or something, you say like some fucked up shit.
I think that's like just on a different level, I feel like, because comedians, it might be like unfair or whatever, but I feel like they should have the pass to say whatever because they're comedians. Right? Like it's entertainment.
And you're just, that's the thing too. You're like, literally you came to see a joke, you know, like that's, so
if some guy's at the park and he's like, we should all fucking kill all the gypsies or something. It's like, wait, that's not like a joke. He's trying to incite violence. Like that's not.
Unless it's stand up in the park and we're just late to the show, you know, we don't.
Damn.
You're like.
He has a little like rusty cup. It's like, put change in here if you like my gypsy killing joke.
Dude, have you seen that Mark Norman guy? Did I send you that link? Or I forget if I told you that. The stand-up comedian. I'll have to send you a link to him, dude.
I haven't seen him yet.
He's because he's been doing stuff in the park actually. So he's like he just goes to the park and just stands there and like talks to big groups of people.
That's cool.
So it could be like you walk up and you hear him like, yeah, kill all the gypsies, hey.
And then he's a comedian, so it's fine.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Well, to the people watching. But if you just approach from like a stranger, you're like, what's happening here?
No, yeah, of course.
This is Hitler. Ah.
Yeah. It's tough. It's a weird time.
It's a very weird time.
I'm looking at more J.K. Rowling stuff, but there's just so much. There's really no point.
She's had so many things. Like, dude, you know what is really interesting with the trans stuff is like Joe Rogan's stance on it, and like how much the media made him out to be like super transphobic about the things he was talking about, which is like I don't know if like I listen to him like pretty regularly at this point, but this is going back like a year or 2 years now, when I didn't listen to him as much, but he's talking about like what is it, like MMA or no, UFC, like the fighting, whatever, all that shit. And
was he saying something like a trans woman shouldn't be fighting?
Right.
Like
well, that actually what happened was he said
women or something.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So what he said was like, there's this woman, her name was Fallon Fox, and she was like beating the shit out of other women in like whatever UFC or MMA, I forget what kind of fighting it is. And then but he was saying the reason that one stuck out was because she didn't say first, like she didn't come out and say, by the way, I used to be a man. Like people didn't know. She was just like this like ripped
like female fighter.
But then it turned out she transitioned, and so like Joe Rogan all he was saying was like, look, I think that should be made clear. Like he talks about like on Twitter people get dead named if you were to say that Bruce Jenner it was Caitlyn Jenner's old name, it's like dropping the dead name because it's Caitlyn now, it's not Bruce.
Okay.
So so
saying, don't call him by that name.
Right.
Basically.
Right. Yeah. But so Joe Rogan was just saying, he's like, still like it may kind of be dead naming for her to have to say I used to be a man like before she fights, but he was just saying like it's a really interesting thing because it's kind of, in a way, it's kind of like a man beating the shit out of a woman, and he was saying like it's and just when he said that, and I don't know how to find a link for it, whatever. People who know Joe Rogan already would understand that stuff, but like it's just, to me, it's like I completely agree with that, and it's almost like just specific to that sport, because like bone density and like strength and like, you know, just in like anatomical builds of a man versus a woman are like just different, like physiologically, like we have different like physiological strength in different places. Like women are really strong in like pain receptors. Like women can take a beating, but I learned that from like CBS or something, not because I'm like watching women get beat up. That's not, but you know, like women can literally deal with pain better than men. They have different pain receptors and stuff. And then, but at the same time, men have like much like more dense bone density and like I don't know, whatever. They explain it so much better. The build
is just different.
The build's different, and it allows for more muscular growth and for, you know, optimal strength kind of thing. So it's like, you know. By the way, in that same bit, Joe Rogan talks about like there's one girl who like beat the shit out of a trans woman. So like it was like a biological man who became a woman fighting a woman, and that the biological woman beat the shit out of that. So I mean, it's not to say that women cannot beat a man, like that's for sure. Like, dude, there are probably at least a billion women in the world that kick the shit out of me. Like literally, probably a billion, dude. There's three and a half billion women on the planet. 1 billion could probably kick the shit out of me. I'm a lazy, like, drunk piece of crap. Like, dude, I'm good. So it's not.
Yeah, I don't want any problems.
Yeah, it's not that women aren't strong. It's just that it's a different bone density or different physiological build. Let's call it that. And then, you know. So, anyways, it's just all his point was saying. He's like, they should make it clear and open and known that like this person used to be a biological man.
But then what do you do with that information though?
You just know, like, it's up to the woman fighter who's gonna or the opponent who's gonna fight that person to decide, like, do I want to go up against someone who may literally like break the shit out of me, and like maybe leave it up to them to decide. But that's what you're
in the sport for.
Yeah, of course it is. Of course it is. But like, okay, here's my thing. If I was a boxer, right? I don't know if this is a good analogy, but here's my thing. Like, they have weight class and stuff. But like, let's say I'm going up in a blind fight, like mysterious, like I don't know who my opponent is, and weight class is out the window, right? And all of a sudden, like Mike Tyson shows up, and it's me versus like I'm like, you know, like 140 pounds. Mike Tyson shows up. He's like probably like 250 or something, like jacked, all muscle. And like and then we're like, to me that would be like, if I knew beforehand, I would be like, actually, I'm not going to fight this guy. I'm okay. Even if that was my career and like I was brave and like strong and all that stuff, like I would be like, you at a certain level, you have to know your level and know your match. Be like, yeah, no, I can't take him. I will die if I fight him. And it's not just like I can't beat him. It's like I might die. Like, you know what? I don't know. It's not a hill I want to die on either. Like, because I don't know anything about sports. I don't know anything about that stuff. But just
because they do have weight classes, like you're saying. So going into the match, you're going to be similarly, like you're going to be at a similar weight to your opponent. So, I mean, as long as you've been training and you have the mentality that you're in like this fucking fight or die sport,
right?
Like it's shit you should be ready for.
That's true. Yeah, I guess so. Or you have like, I don't know how it works, but like a trans league or something. Like I don't know how that would work either.
I don't know.
That seems like
it's such a slippery slope to like discriminate against people.
Exactly. Like, it sounds super discriminatory. So
yeah,
I don't know.
You could. I mean, if you disclose that information to female fighters, like, oh, this is someone who's transitioned, do you want to fight them?
Right.
It opens the door for that female fighter to be like, I don't want to be seen with that kind of fighter or something.
Right. And then, or even just like, I don't even want to like recognize them and giving them like.
Give them light, yeah.
Right, yeah. It's just so, that's the thing is like most people just aren't accepting of other people, and it's like, that's kind of like, a big reason why we live in the world we're in right now is like people are, here's the thing. My mom, like, Trump just got diagnosed with COVID last night, and him and Melania, and look, I get it. A lot of people don't like him, whatever. But my mom, who to me is like one of the sweetest ladies on the planet, it's my mom, whatever. But she on Facebook today. She's like, Trump. I just found out Trump got positive for COVID, and she
like today's not that bad of a day.
And she put literally 75 happy, like crying happy face emojis in a row. And I was like, okay, I know my mom has a company about like, the voodoo doll. It's like
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. So you poke it. It's Trump, voodootrump.com, whatever. So like she does not like Trump and she hates him, she would say. But like, to me, hate's such a strong word. I would never wish sickness. I don't understand COVID. I wear the mask when I go out. I'm super respectful of everyone else around me. I just don't get it. I'm not sure if doing what we're doing and affecting the economy this way that we're doing it is the right answer. But I do think we should keep people safe and all that stuff. But I don't know. I wouldn't wish it, even though I don't get it, and I don't necessarily think it's as bad as what they're telling us. But also, I'm an idiot, so who knows? But I wouldn't wish it on anyone, is what I'm trying to say. I wouldn't wish sickness. I wouldn't wish anything negative. I wouldn't wish death on anyone. All that stuff. And my mom is this sweet lady, and she didn't say I wish death on this guy, but she is. Well,
no, she was
I'm so
like
glad
mom
he got
savage
sick.
About it.
Yeah, she was like, I'm glad he got sick, and like happy, all these smiley faces, and I get it. And a lot of her friends commented on it, and they said some of them were like way even more ruthless. They're like, yeah, and also
it's all over right now.
They're like, I hope Ivanka gets it too, or whatever. I'm like, all right, guys, Jesus Christ, like it's too much hate. It's too much like. This is the reason why we're also like, I get it. I don't like a lot of the stuff he does. I don't like a lot of the stuff Biden has going on behind him either. It's just we are in a weird place. And so politics aside, can't we all just kind of like get along, like in a way, just be like, I respect you for what you want to do. You want to be a woman, dude, go for it, man. You want to be gay.
It's never been done before is the thing.
To be so accepting.
Yeah. It's never happened.
I guess.
Like, has there been one culture that's like successfully not judged another people or like has been accepting to all people?
First of all,
I'm willing to say 100% sure that's never happened.
You're probably right. I will say maybe. First of all, I'll say a joke. Maybe in Atlantis, the Atlanteans. I don't know. But for real though, maybe like a certain type of Native American, like Cherokee or something. Because like I know there are a lot like the.
But are you just saying that?
No, because I don't.
Have you heard that? Is there like any?
No, I'm not. I'm like I don't know their history all that well, but I do know.
I believe them to be a pretty. It's so hard to say. I don't want to just say they're loving and accepting people to everybody just because they've been like done wrong so many times in history. I don't want to give them that card because natives have been horrible to other natives. That's
true.
All throughout history as well. So
yeah, that's true. So, and I don't know like the full history of the Cherokee. I just remember like growing up, I remember my grandpa told me I was part Cherokee. When I did that ancestry DNA thing, by the way, I didn't reveal any Cherokee in me. So either
just lying.
Either he was lying or the ancestry didn't have enough data, which is also possible. But so I learned a little bit about them, and it just seemed like I learned about them in school too. And like I know like the Sioux were like pretty like aggressive. Like I know the Apache were like really aggressive, and like they'd fight the white man. Like they would. That's. They stood their ground kind of thing. But I remember I'm pretty sure the Cherokee were like one of the really peaceful tribes that were like very accepting and like welcoming of new people in a way that like what you asked earlier is just we're talking about acceptance, like accepting people. I don't know how they treated other tribes. I don't know how they treated their women or their children, so I can't speak to all that stuff. But yeah, in a place where like we can learn from all of that aspects and like we can be accepting of outsiders the way the Cherokees were, and we can be accepting of our children the way like most modern day, like, people like, I don't know, whatever, we'd be accepting of women, the way, I don't know, whatever country does it best, Finland or whatever, but whatever I'm saying, we
so
can like
if you learn from other cultures that have
done things right,
been close.
Right.
Yeah.
Dude,
it's a lot easier said than done. I mean, I don't have any prejudice towards anybody, but it's hard to just tell people that were raised in the South their whole life, like, stop hating people. Like, it's just not gonna work that way.
Yeah, well,
unfortunately, I mean, if it could all just change overnight, that'd be dope. But
it's
weird. It's not realistic.
No, it's not. It starts with like an educational, like a foundational thing of like where people are getting their, like why are you being taught like to dislike this group of people or like to judge? Like it's all this like the fear of the unknown and like not, just like not understanding things and being quick to jump on it to like protect yourself. It's like a self-defense mechanism all the time. And maybe that's all racism really is. It's like self-defense in a way of like protection.
Well, yeah, you're afraid that somebody else is superior because you don't understand them. Like,
that's wild.
Yeah, that shit's real.
It's hard to even like wrap my head around that stuff because I just like don't get it. Like I guess like I don't know. I never like. I
mean, it's all like sick. I mean, it's not good. Yeah, it's not meant to be. I don't know, easy to understand. It's just weird. It's really fucked up.
That's the thing is like it really is just a nuance. Like there's no. It's hard to find the right or wrong in like.
There's no real like reason for it. I feel like.
Right, we're just like hurling on a flying spaceship through the atmosphere, like
like it was a phenomenon that we even exist. Yeah, it was like a 1 in a trillion chance for us to be on this planet, and then people are worried about like, oh, you kissed a man? What the fuck? Like, who cares, dude?
Yeah, gay.
Who cares?
Seriously, dude. Like,
people just.
Aren't there
so focused on other people?
It's so true, dude. Like, aren't there bigger things to worry? Like, you're like literally like
there's millions of real issues in the entire world, but nah,
dude. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, it's because I just don't get it. Where does like is it like this? It's like
it makes me so mad.
Fuck going to Mars. It's like, what does this mean?
Yeah. We're destroying the world every day. Oh, fuck it, dude. The gays.
Dude, it's so stupid, man. Somehow we live in like the best and like the worst time simultaneously. Where like it's
I say that about the country all the time. Like I think that
it is,
all the time. I'm like, man, absolutely like so lucky that I lucked up and like my consciousness was born in America.
For sure.
Insane.
For sure, yeah.
Like just
you earned
extremely lucky.
Yeah. How do you not have like the loyalty money shirt on? Is that not a thing anymore?
I fucked it up, yeah. Well, yeah, I don't know. I go to Target now. It's cheap.
Oh, you're a fucking man, dude. Target. I like the thrift store because it's cheaper. I like to wear other people's clothes.
Well, it still has them in it.
Yeah, dude. No, put their skin on me. Yeah. Dude, I gotta pee so bad. Will you wait a second?
Yeah.
Do something cool, like count potato fish. That means something. Podcast. This podcast is Dog's Teeth. You're watching Dog's Teeth podcast, brought to you by Dwayne Chill and yours truly, Mr. J-Bone, a.k.a. J-Dog, a.k.a. Jerbear, a.k.a. This guy. Also, I got my dog down here. Keep looking down. There's a dog there. She's licking parts of herself right now. Pretty good. So, all right. She's doing it good. It's a good Friday night. Got a good old podcast going here. smoke a cigarette. Don't smoke. It's really bad, actually. You really don't smoke. Not good for you. But I enjoy it with a beer every once in a while. And it's a rolled cigarette. So it's not all the weird chemicals, so I'm told. Who knows what to believe anymore. I'm going to keep an eye for this guy.
Hello.
I'll be right back. I just took Rob outside. 1 second.
Troll.
Hey, and we're back with some new cool stuff.
Welcome back to the Dog's Teeth podcast. I left my smoker somewhere, dude. I am a fiend. Where is it?
Get it? Watching you have that makes me jealous, actually. Just for the podcast scenario, I'm like, I wish I could smoke inside. I had like squeezed a quick one in.
That does help, yeah.
Oh man, cigarettes, dude. When you were away, I just made like a little like a public announcement, whatever, PSA. I'm like, yeah, don't smoke. It's not good for you.
Oh no.
And then I went and smoked.
It's good to be responsible.
You should be.
That is a good goal.
It's tough sometimes.
True.
It's tough, you know. But that's what it is. Oh, you want to come up? Look at this guy. Dog's teeth.
Rava.
Dog's teeth. Look, who's that? Who's that?
She looks terrified.
Yeah, she's like, I do not like this. I don't want to be on camera.
Yeah, put me down, please.
Mm-hmm. Dog's teeth. Brought to you by
teeth.
Actual dog's teeth.
Show her teeth. Show her teeth.
Show her teeth. Show your teeth.
Arr.
Yeah, look at these teeth. We got dog's teeth. Yeah.
There it is.
We'll make that a thumbnail.
That'll be the intro.
Yeah. Dog's teeth. Dog. We gotta let's make it a theme song, dude. We'll do just like a real quick little intro, or like I've seen Tom Segura and his wife, they're comedians. They have this podcast called Your Mom's House. They put like the raunchiest videos, dude. It's so not just raunchy but gross, dude. Like it's like people shitting and like weird stuff.
Oh wow, that sounds horrible.
It's I can't watch some of the stuff, but most of it's like more like, people doing like weird, like orgasmic, like sexual activity, or like it's just some weird guy jerking off. Sometimes it's like,
wow.
It's very weird. Like I can't watch a lot of this stuff. Like I literally, like I'm raunchy stuff's funny to me sometimes, but like that's like, too much. But their commentary on it is really funny. So, but I brought them up because they have a theme song intro, which like seems to get longer and longer every time you watch an episode because it's so annoying. It's like the same like 4-bar loop for like probably like 5 minutes straight. And like I think they keep making it longer because fans are like complaining. They're like, bro, we like your podcast, but your theme, like your intro music is so long and obnoxious. And I think every time someone sends that comment, they make it longer. So it's like
that is awful.
It's really good. I'm impressed by their work. So gross.
Let's strive to be better. I don't want to watch any videos of sexual acts.
No, yeah, I'm good on that.
For a podcast.
It would be cool if we could like, because I was thinking like they have that share screen thing. There's probably a way where we could like get up, like have videos in mind we want to show each other and like get up videos on there and be like,
there's definitely a way to do that.
Yeah. Like, well, I'll have to like goof around with Zoom and like figure shit out and whatever. Also,
I already have something for you to cut.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, something that I said.
You have to send it to me, yeah. Don't say it again.
No, I won't. I already learned. I was like, wait, I shouldn't have said that. And I didn't want to make it like a bit.
I think
Because then we'd have to cut that too.
I think I know what you're talking about.
I'm going to text you right now.
Wait, let me text you.
And see if it's the same.
Let me text you first.
You text me first.
Yeah. Okay.
This is also a good bit. I like this.
This is all right. Okay. I don't remember exactly what you said, but this is the.
Yeah, just a general. If it's not what I'm thinking, this would also be very funny. You're like, you should. Yeah, maybe that too.
Is it different? Oh, what are you thinking? Yeah. What are you thinking? Oh, man.
Well, okay, but for that, it was...
No, that one...
No, I can explain it. It was in context. Bad. It was like someone else's opinion may be that. Right. I wasn't trying to say that.
Yes, yeah, that one wasn't that bad. So I don't know what you're talking about then. You're watching Dog's Teeth podcast. We got a good bit going. Yeah, dude. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. Okay.
That's probably not good.
All right. Yeah, we'll cut that. Yeah.
So anything that was involving that, I would prefer to be cut.
Yeah. We'll cut it. We'll cut that out. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
I'm gonna have to rewatch the whole thing and just like make sure because like they're likely.
I would definitely do that.
Yeah. There are gonna be a few things
because I don't think we ever mean harm. It's just the way we speak. We know what our humor is.
Right. Yeah, we know each other. That's honestly, dude. That's why I wanted to do a podcast where it's you and me talking. Like, it's just because we have like a silly humor together that like I don't get to be like this with my other friends. Like my other friends, like Dog's Teeth. And, like, bro. Like it's just like not the same humor. Like I still try to like put little bits of that weirdness in there, but like
it doesn't hit the same.
Yeah, they're just not really. It comes down to like a lot of people aren't as accepting of that weirdness. Like I feel like that's what it is, and they're like so, or I don't know, or it's a different like level of comedy that they appreciate, whatever it is. I don't know, but we have this thing, and
people are different. I mean, you're not gonna be able to be the same around everybody.
Right.
I don't know. Not to say you're like fake or anything. Right. It's just it's different. Yeah, just different.
Yeah, they bring different things out of you. Yeah, for sure. And by the way, that like that dude, I told you, this guy, I like him a lot. That Mark Norman, the stand-up.
I'm gonna make a tab for it.
Check him out.
Look it up later.
Dude, his whole stand-up, the whole new special is like an hour on YouTube for free. Check it out. But he's like him and his friend Joe List, who's another stand-up who is pretty funny. I like Mark Norman better than him, but that guy's also pretty good for like one of the up-and-comer guys. And they do a podcast together that's literally this model, this is why I thought like we could do this because I just started watching their podcast recently. It's called Tuesdays with Stories. They put one out every Tuesday. But they it's just them. I don't know if they were always doing this like pre-COVID, but at least with COVID, they're just doing Zoom calls. They got their headphones on, like this
I've
exact
seen a few
thing.
Different podcasts do it.
Yeah, and it's just them talking about shit, and like they say like they have their inside joke lingo and stuff.
Oh yeah.
And so the point is they have like followers and stuff. Like obviously they're both stand-up comedians. Like they've been on Comedy Central. Like they have a following, so people care about them and want to listen to what they have to say. But
yeah,
we are different in that way. But this is a way to kind of get started and just to like we have this goofiness that I feel like it's not the same as theirs, like the stand-up comedians, but I feel like it's entertaining to watch. And like, I feel like we have interesting things to talk about. And like, we have unique perspectives on things like, especially you and me, like, because like you said, like neither of us mean any harm. And I really feel like we have like really weird situations playing out in like the current, like socio-political structure. And like, someone like you and me who can understand like the nuance of things, but also like we don't want to hurt anyone's feelings, but we also kind of see things for the reality of what it is. It's like I feel like we can kind of finesse the right way to talk about it. And so I don't know. I think this could, I know we've been joking and really we're just hanging out, which is why I think it's so fun. Like, why not edit it and put it up? Like, we're just hanging and talking.
Yeah, you might as well.
Yeah. And if people also out there want to feel like a fly on the wall and listen, like feel like they're in the conversation with us and just like laugh at our jokes,
I was thinking it would be good because one, we're just like catching up and we're just chilling. So it's like natural. It's like how we would be just hanging out, drinking a beer together or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's also if we were to like post it on Facebook or something, and there's like friends or family that haven't talked to us in a while, they can see this and kind of know where we're at.
Yeah.
And
like know how we're feeling, how we're thinking.
Our minds.
Yeah.
Like know that we're not on the wrong side of history or something like that.
We haven't eaten too many dog's teeth yet,
Right, yeah.
There's still time.
More.
Yeah. No, I like that. I mean, it's just like, I don't know. I feel like it's a cool, like, it's a neat thing to do, like, with friends. Like,
people have said it would be a good idea. Like, when we were hanging out, like, all the time.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, we would watch that.
That is true. We had a lot of people, like, because that's the thing. We have an energy, and it's like,
the dynamic. People like the dynamic,
Yeah, dude, it was. How would you explain it? Because I can't explain the dynamic. Like, it was like, because like there's an age difference. You're much younger than me, but also like.
Well, it's just super different paths.
Yeah, we're into like
in general
into so much different things. Like, it's almost funny that we would like converge the way we have to like. Have like such a specific
the similarities were like very rare.
Like the level of comedy that like we connect on is like from like you from like this hip hop and like moving around all the time kind of background, and then me from like this like really stable like sheltered life and then like rock and roll whatever, and then like it's so funny that
just see eye to eye on most things.
Dude, it's so we have a lot of like I don't know a lot of our history can like just because we're on the same page a lot of the time now, like we might get to the same answer or conclusion to a thing, but via different like pathways from our past, and like I think that is what can like really like enhance the dialogue of like like you might agree with me, but you'll bring up like the reason for agreeing with me is something like I haven't even thought. I'm like, oh yeah, that makes
that's
sense.
Happened a few times this podcast already.
Right. Yeah. It's just like. You got to be able to think differently, and then like, I don't know, and really just listen to. That's the thing, like.
Yeah, and just be open, be accepting. Like we don't have to like all the same shit. Like, not even close, but we can still talk about it and still listen to each other about it. Like, if I'm interested in something and I'm telling you about it, it never feels like you're like, oh, can't wait for this guy to shut the fuck up. Like,
yeah, fuck you, idiot.
Yeah. Which is rare for some people. Like when I'm at work and people are trying to talk to me about like the dumbest shit ever, I'm just like, oh man. Oh god.
Yes, dude. Yeah, that's the thing.
Or not to say it's dumb, but like stuff I'm not interested in. It's like okay, but
and like, it's because the thing is like you put in like the feelers, like you'll be like, oh cool, like, and you'll say it just like that, like and like and those you start getting more and more mad at them, not because of like you're not interested in what they're saying, but it's because they're not picking up on the fact that you're not interested in what they're saying when you're giving them hints like
they're just beating you down with the same thing. It's like okay, let's move on. Let's both be in this conversation because right now it's just you.
Is it my turn? Should we talk about fantasy books? Should I bore you to death?
So I have this podcast. And then they're like, yeah.
I'm sure it's great, dude. Like, I mean, you brought up work, but it's just like, dude, that I remember that from, I would never name names or anything, but like, just people coming in telling me stuff, and I'm like, guys, I'm not into this one bit,
You would say that all the time. You're like, why do people tell me these things?
Yeah, because I was always sitting there trying to read.
Every time. You were like, I just want to read.
Yeah.
They'd come in, man, my fucking wife today, they just... And it's like, oh, I guess I'll just be in this conversation now.
Right.
I didn't really want to, but here I am.
That's when I coined the term gerapist, which is not a good word. Not even a little bit. But like, I just at the time, it was like everyone was coming to Jeremy for help, and I was like, hold up, like I'm just sitting in the corner, like reading my book and like trying to eat my lunch, and then they're like, literally like, yeah, my husband's leaving me, and I don't know. I'm like, holy shit. The one girl was like, I think my son is like doing stuff to his sister, and I was like, holy shit.
Oh no.
I was like, what? That's the next level shit. I'm like, what are you telling me?
That is psychiatrists. That's like police.
Police, psychiatrists.
Yeah.
Me?
Not for coworker.
You're freaking coworker, dude. Yeah. Oh, sure. I know how to help in that situation. You know.
Oh. Yeah. Man.
Yeah. So pretty cool.
Yeah. So we hate people.
Yeah. Well.
And when they talk to us.
Yeah. I hate people that talk to me. That's what I'm trying to say. True. Yeah. Because if you just go your own way.
Now that I think about it.
If you're doing your own thing, like that's that's a joke. I don't hate people, but
no, of course, yeah.
But I feel like I can have a real conversation with you, but I do have to make small little things like that where we put them in there just for later
for the videos.
Yeah, the video. Yeah,
or the people. Yeah,
the people. Yeah, the people. Yeah.
We're big podcasters.
What was I gonna? Oh, but I do really respect people who are just going their own way. Like when you're in the supermarket and like or whatever, like you're going down the same aisle as someone, like they're just doing their own shit. They don't give a shit about you, and like you don't have to fake smile and whatever and like do all that.
It sounds bad, but I have an example from today.
Okay.
So I went to the bank to get my rent money out, and I was at the ATM. And for some reason, it wouldn't let me pull like the money I needed. It told me like, we can't handle this transaction for you. Like, try again, go back to the main menu. And I'm like, I'm just trying to withdraw some money. This really should not be an issue. And it let me draw like less money than I needed.
Right.
It let me withdraw like half of it. And then I go to withdraw the other half of it, and it wouldn't let me. So I'm like, wow, this is just beyond annoying.
Right.
Like, this should be a 5-minute chore.
Right.
And there was a long ass line because everybody's doing coronavirus shit. So now I have to sit in this line and like talk to somebody so I can get the right amount of money for my rent. So this 5-minute chore turned into a 30-minute chore. And as soon as I get in line, there's this lady that comes up behind me, and she's just like, do you think they need to hire more people? And I don't say anything. I just like, I do my hands like this. I don't know what you're talking to me about. I'm irritated. I don't know what you're talking about. Just stop, please.
It's
like I did not want to acknowledge her. I don't know. Dude. That probably makes me sound like a dick.
No.
Sometimes you just want to do your thing. Like, I don't want to be social right now.
Yeah.
Like, I'm inconvenienced by the ATM. I got to sit in this stupid line, and you want to like complain about the bank, like not having enough workers. I don't want to engage there. Like, we're not going to get. What am I going to contribute? Like,
it's
these people fucking suck. I hate all the workers in this bank.
We should rob them.
I'm going to shoot this bank up. Like, as soon as I get in here, everybody's going. Like,
you should have been like, I got a gun. Like, instead of just,
they're going to have to hire some more people.
Yeah, exactly.
Just take it way extreme. Like,
exactly. Yeah, shock her. She'd run out of line. Was she in front of you?
No, she's behind me.
Oh, she'd run out of line. She'd be like, out of here, bro. Fuck this guy.
Yeah, there was people behind her too. She's like, you guys go in front of me.
He's got a gun.
That guy, he's not well. He was over at the ATM. Something didn't work. Now he's talking about shooting up the place. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, dude, I think small talk is a disease, dude. People
it is painful.
It is just like, all right, like, are we doing this? Like,
But it depends, because sometimes I'm all for it. Like,
same. Sometimes it's so awkward.
If I'm wearing like a football jersey or a hat or something, and somebody wants to talk football, I'm all for it. Like, Let's talk football. If you're just like, oh, the sun is fucking beautiful. Okay. What do you want? I don't know. I have nothing.
Yes, it is majestic.
My zodiac for today says I'm stinky.
Yum.
Yes. Nice.
My zodiac today says I'm sticky. Okay.
I think I do want to be just outlandishly extreme. Next time somebody wants to small talk me.
Dude, it's the best thing you could do. Okay. So here's okay, let's try it. Like, tell me something. Be like, hey, the weather's nice or whatever.
So I think my daughter's into my son.
Say that. I thought you were gonna start with. I thought you were gonna start with the weather thing. You go. I was like, that is not small talk. That is wild.
Yeah. You wouldn't just walk up to a stranger in the line at the bank.
You just said, hey, my son.
Oh, shit.
Yo. Yeah, okay. I thought you were going to be like, it's nice outside.
Something light. Yeah,
and then I would be like, yeah, the volcano hasn't erupted yet. Like, it's just an extreme thing to say. I was going to go very, very light. You're like, let's kick it off.
I know. That was a bit. That was for the bit.
I like that a lot. It was very good.
Yeah.
So
I laughed before it. I think if I went straight into it, it would have been next level. But I knew it was coming. I was like, oh wow. Yeah, we'll cut it. Yeah. I'll look way better.
It'll be
I'll actually be funny in the edited version.
Just edit like this. I don't know how to do like a clean cut.
It's got to be impossible.
For the most part, we're sitting still, so it shouldn't be that weird. But I don't know.
Like a really obvious transition.
We'll put
do on what is it? Photo
iMovie or something.
Yeah, something like that.
So I don't know.
Was it you used to do school projects on it?
PowerPoint, yeah. Oh, and it fades across.
Yeah. It's all digital,
Dude, let's do all of our transitions. Let's make that. Let's make them shitty like that. Okay, yeah, because I
purposefully make the podcast look as shit as possible.
Yeah, for sure. That's why I have this backdrop of what is that 2 bottles of bug spray
you just set all that up. Usually your room's clean. It's
clean, yeah. You
just did all that.
Yeah, my room is pristine normally, but I wanted for the dog seat.
It's a bit, yeah. It's a bit.
We're biting it hard. You get bit on dog teeth, bro.
You might think I need a haircut. This is a fucking hairpiece. It's a bit.
The whole thing's. I leaned in. I was like, wow.
That was a bit.
Yeah.
We're just so smart. I love it. Every time I fuck up in this, it was a bit. I don't know what to tell you.
I mean, I think it's just kind of a matter of being powerful and intellectual genius.
That's true.
Mensa level,
you can't blame me for being this intelligent.
Right. It's a bit. We were born with that bit. They were like, bro, this guy's that's his bit. He's smart. Yeah. We're like, okay.
The gods were gathered around the table. They're like, this guy, one here, give him all the smarts.
Yeah. They dipped Achilles by the heel. They dipped us by the hair. So we got the whole thing.
That's true. That's some dog's teeth.
Yeah. Yep. Dog's teeth. They whispered that in Greek too when they poured us in. They were like, dog's teeth. I don't know Greek, bro.
And they said, my daughter's into my son.
And then they said, the weather's nice. Wait. Hold on. Okay, if it's funny to go extreme to a regular small talk thing, oh, it's nice. My daughter's into my son. How funny would it be to do the opposite? So if someone comes up and they're like, my daughter's into my son, you're like, yeah, it is pretty sunny out though.
I think that works too.
I think it works. Yeah.
It works more as a diffusal, not a bit.
Okay, yeah, because it's kind of like, let's change the subject real quick, you know?
Right.
Yeah,
And it's like super obvious. They're like, oh man, I can't believe the election. Like that's fucking nuts, right?
Right.
And I'm like, I don't know. I just mowed my lawn, so.
Right. Yeah, and so also like, but unless they try to bring it back, and then they're like, yeah, I saw her trying to fuck him, and then you're like, holy shit. You're like, what do I do? You're like, yeah, I hope it doesn't rain, you know?
Yeah, bad forecast.
Yeah, bad forecast. Yeah. Yeah, but you should talk to a weatherman about it.
I have a good one. I'll give you his number.
Yeah.
I tell him all my problems.
It's my sister. Yeah, what's happening? I'm trying to write a short story for October.
What?
Like for October is for asteroids. Like I figure, like we might as, you know what I'm saying? Like might as well.
Oh
like,
yeah.
Let's just go full out.
Let's
right?
just finish the story.
Yeah.
Like it's already going off the rails.
We're gonna explode, right?
Let's figure out the rest of it. Yeah.
Murder hornets. They're, you know, COVID. You're gonna be like.
I see it. I've seen it a couple times now, just on random social medias. But like, just the fact that people are saying like, "Oh, 2020 is the worst year ever," and like, do you expect everything to go to normal? Like when the year changes, like it's not going to happen. Like shit's going to stay fucked up. I mean,
it's going to have to. It's going to be years to fix this. Like,
and like all of it though. It's not like one weird thing has happened. Like just this year has started and just gave light to like so many fucked up things. Right, and they're just going to keep continuing.
Like I had 3 months during this year where things were normal, where I went to work. I had a regular job.
Oh yeah. Like before March, probably.
Yeah. March 7th was my last day at work. And like, it's so long. It's such a long time. I've been back for like 3 days out of the month. Like two or 3 days each month. Since August. So, I mean, it's like, it's so hard to make money. It's like thank God, like unemployment and.
No, I mean,
fuck.
You're doing well, but I'm sure most New York people are not having a good time.
Yeah, and so many New Yorkers are leaving apparently, dude. Like,
I believe that. Yeah.
Like a lot of people, although it's like mostly like the, you know, like upper class, like I feel
the prissy, like
people who are able to move, really, you know, like real New Yorkers, like Brooklynites and shit. Like, where are you gonna go? Like, no one has money saved up to go move.
Well, that's all you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
that too. Yeah. But it's just hard. Everyone's stacked on top of each other out here. Like, I've been like, when I do go into the city to go to work, it's like everyone on the subway has the mask on, which for the most part, there's like some assholes who are like aren't doing that shit and whatever. But for the most part, people are being good about, you know, and there's a lot less people on the subway than normally would be. So I think a lot of people are just not going to work, which sucks. Like, people aren't making money when they still have to pay rent. But the subway's better because of that. But at the same time, sometimes it's packed, and you know, you just got to be next to each other, you know, smelling somebody's armpit through your mask, you know, and
unlucky.
Yeah, but the mask helps. I'm wondering if the mask is going to be something like, you know, like in Japan, like people just like
how they just always do
it. Yeah. Like, I wonder if that's like if it's going to translate here. But
I don't think so. I mean, people are already like just not having it. There's like places in Florida that are just saying like fuck it, and then their cases go through the roof, and they're like, I don't know, that's so weird.
But I'll be honest, like I'm not gonna like. I wear the mask, and at work I have to wear the mask. But dude, the other day I worked 9.5 hours, and it takes me about an hour to get there from the subway, about an hour to get back. So aside from, I had a lunch break, and I had 1 10-minute break, which I went to go smoke a cigarette, which is, you know, not good for your lungs, but I was craving it.
Yeah.
So the point is, for almost 12 hours straight, I had a mask on, and the only times I didn't have it on, I was eating or I was smoking. So like, dude, smoking is my fault. But even if I didn't smoke, I was pretty much wearing a mask like straight for 11 hours. Like, if you take away all the other time, it's like
I mean, it's not convenient, but it's,
and I'm lifting heavy stuff. I'm doing freight work. It's like, it's hard to breathe. It's definitely harder to breathe through it regardless. You're not going to die from it. It's nothing crazy like that. Yeah. But it does make it, and you sweat through it and, whatever. It's like, so I get people complaining about it, but at the same time, it's like, probably if you can do what I'm doing with the mask on, then you're fine. Like it's not like, you're not gonna die.
I feel like the issue isn't people who work with the mask. Like people who have to work with the mask are already like used to it. Like I have 5 masks. Yeah. I probably have like 10 masks total, and I've lost like 5 already. Mm-hmm. And like I don't give a fuck if I gotta wear a mask to go into a store, but a lot of people have a problem with it. Like they just 10 minutes of my life, like I don't want to do that. Those are the main people who don't wear them.
Right.
Like if I'm at work and I need to like breathe, I'll go in the back and take my mask off. Like I'm not putting other people at risk.
Right.
But I also, the shit's on my face all day and I'm sweating. It's gross. Right. Like, dude, I'm going to take it down for a minute. Like, that's what I'm going to do.
You have to. Okay. That is crazy though. That like you're there for an 8-hour shift, but the customer's coming in for, 20 minutes at the very most. Yeah.
Pure scumbags. And I'm like required to ask people like, excuse me. And I'm polite about it every time. Like, I don't want to be a dick. Like, excuse me, do you happen to have a mask on you? No, I have a health condition. I don't have to wear one. You're lying to me.
Right.
Like,
100%.
And they'll come up with, and those are the people that just keep going. And I'm like, oh my God, it's the worst. I have severe anxiety with the mask. I've had it since I was 5. And I have a doctor's note. Bro, I don't need any of that.
Right.
You already lied to me and gave me the information I needed. Right. I'm going to leave you alone now. Let me leave. Don't also trap me and continue to lie to me. Right. It's just insulting.
What do you do? You just let them go? If it's like one of those people?
If they claim to have a medical condition, I can't do anything about it.
Yeah, that's so weird.
They're just allowed to be in the store. And it's because businesses don't want to, some businesses. Because some businesses will say, like, we're not going to serve you. But then other companies want to, I don't know, they don't want to get rid of that customer base, I feel like. Because the country is pretty divided on it. There's a surprising amount of people who, like, give a fuck about wearing a mask.
Right, yeah.
Like, it's insane. Sure. They're my rights.
I get it.
Insane.
That's insane, especially out there.
And companies don't want to lose those customers,
right?
Because they don't give a fuck what they believe. It's all money. Those customers are money. So
just
shop in my store. Lie to my workers, as long as I'm getting your money.
Right.
Yeah.
Dude, it's so weird. It's like I get all that though. It's like the business politics, whatever. But like,
it's just the way everything's set up. I mean, I can't be surprised by anything. Like, people are mad about all this politics shit. I was never raised with like a positive view for politicians.
Right. Yeah.
Nobody was ever like, oh, this guy's doing great. He's really for the people.
Right.
It's like, no, they want money. Like, they're going to not do what's best for the collective. Like, that's just how I've always viewed politics. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I do. I was raised the opposite of that, but like as an adult, like when I was like, oh, this is how it works. Like you realize that. Like, I mean,
it's just a huge scam.
Right. Yeah. I mean, literally.
I don't want to beat around the bush about it.
Right. It's like a used car salesman. Like they sell you lemons. Like that's like a politician is like.
Oh yeah.
It's every single thing is a lie behind a lie underneath like a kernel of truth that's twisted from a lie. So it's like, okay, whatever. You just have to find the guy who like sounds the nicest, basically. That way you can at least like maintain like the mirage of like, we're peaceful, whatever. Because like that's my fear with Trump is like, aside from the stuff he's doing, whatever, like he makes us look dumb to the rest of the world. Like that to me is a big concern.
That's a huge, that's
if he
has
had
huge implications. Yeah.
Like if he had his policy and like and what could just be like an adult, the way he talked, like it could be very, very different. Like, I don't agree with a lot of his policy, but I will say I'm nervous about Joe Biden, like bringing in the same type of people who are just like this corporate, like neoliberal, like, it's like Obama. Like Obama actually ran on like hope and change back in 2008. I voted for him back then, but then like I didn't vote for him again in 2012 because to me it was just like he became too indebted to the establishment, and even if he really did want hope and change, he got sucked in, and the people around him were too powerful, had too much money, too much industry, and he couldn't make the change that he really wanted if that was the case, or he got bought out, or he sold out, whatever it is, I don't know, but like I see that for Joe Biden, and Joe Biden's been in politics for 40 something years, and like I'm from Delaware, and like a lot of the stuff he's done is like not been really all that great, like the '94 crime bill, like the MB&A, like all the credit card like bullshit he did with his other brother, and like I don't know, just shady stuff that, and he's weird with like women, and he like smells whatever. That's a whole other thing.
That is nuts.
It's weird. It's just weird. I get it. Maybe it's affectionary. I don't know. It's a little too much.
It's weird that people are willing to not like mention it.
Yeah, that's
like out of people hate Trump so much that they don't care who replaces him, just replace him. Which,
right. When it comes down to this guy who's like he's squeezing a little girl in like a very odd place,
nuts.
You know,
insane.
I don't know. So yeah, there's.
They're both just scum. Well, okay, maybe not scum, but they're both just politicians. I mean, they're gonna be in there. They're gonna talk about a whole bunch of shit they're not gonna do.
Right.
They're like, it's all just a facade. And
right. Well, that's what I was saying. Like my problem is like Trump has like right now everyone's like the main thing they can say about Biden is like, well, Trump doesn't listen to science, so at least Biden will bring people in and will listen to reason. And I do believe that's true, but what I'm worried about is the people he brings in are the exact kind of people that were forced upon Obama, who were like, you know, Citibank or like Citigroup members and stuff, and like, you know, Wall Street executives. Like these people benefited by like, you know, stealing the country basically, and like Obama kind of like allowed it to happen based on the promises and like the allowances that they offered or whatever. And like I feel like Joe Biden's going to be in the same camp, and at the same time, Trump is benefiting those people. Like, but someone just said on The Hill, The Rising, like Crystal Ball, I watched that show. Like they're really good for political commentary. And she was saying like, you can judge a lot about a person based on their enemies. And the fact that like, you know, a lot of these big like Wall Street executives and things like that really dislike Trump is indicative that like, oh, well, that means Joe Biden's probably a good pick, right? Like, sorry, reverse. That means like, Trump is actually like a good guy. Like if all these Wall Street executives hate Trump, you know, it's like the enemy of my enemy is my friend. So I should vote for Trump. Right. But then it turns out all of Trump's policies that he actually enacts, while he said in 2016, he's like, I'll drain the swamp. I'll, you know, end NAFTA and like bring free trade. Like I'll bring trade, like we'll make things here. Well, you know, all these things like he was going to do for the common worker of this country were like, it's a good thing to run on. Like Bernie Sanders was saying a lot of the same things. It's a populist thing to say. And he didn't do that. Instead, he ended up helping these people who are, you know, these big Wall Street executives who are now in Joe Biden's camp. They hate Trump, but simultaneously they're getting benefits from Trump. So like, it's like either way, it's like they think maybe Joe Biden's like a little more reasonable or something. And so like they'll still get benefits from him as well, but like it'll just like he's a little more predictable than Trump, which is like the market could go anywhere with Trump. Like he could like declare war tomorrow. We don't know, you know. So
yeah.
But I thought that's really interesting. I don't know. So, but I don't know. Vote locally. I'm going to vote locally. I
for sure. I mean, that's way more important in my eyes. I mean, you're gonna see and feel more impact.
You see
for
actual
you personally.
Change. For sure. Yeah. But I don't know. I live in a blue state. I might even just leave the Joe Biden thing blank. I haven't decided if I want to actually vote for the president. You know, it's just not up to me yet. I don't know. Yeah. I'm still reeling about what they did to Bernie and shit. Like, I'm
same.
Dude.
Just every chance they get, they show you how it really is.
Right.
Like, they don't even have to hide it.
No,
everything still goes on. Like,
dude, it's
like, everything's corrupt.
Yeah.
We're not going to face any consequences.
Nope.
Like,
that happened in 2016. They ruled like the federal court. There was some kind of judging on. I think it was the Debbie Wasserman Schultz. Like she was like the head of the DNC at the time. Some kind of like election for her on a board or something. Or it was about Bernie, and I'm confusing the two. But either way, there was a lawsuit about it, and the ruling was basically like, well, it's technically a private organization, like the DNC. It's technically private, so they're allowed to break their own rules if they want. So it's not really an illegal, like they were like, it's not an illegal offense. So that's basically the ruling was like, well, it's kind of like, you know, they made the rules to their own game, and then they broke their rules to their own game, but it was their own game, so it's okay.
So yeah, just deal with it.
Yeah, what a fair ruling that is. You know, it makes
total
super
sense. Everything here has been so good.
Fucking ridiculous.
Just this whole time.
And I'm pretty sure Donna Brazil, who was like, she wrote like some kind of, I think it's a book or something. This is all hearsay, and I'm pretty sure this is the right name, but she wrote a book exposing the collusion of the DNC behind getting rid of Bernie Sanders in 2016 to like steamroll him and, you know, make him less credible. And because she was part of that group. She was like part of that opposition to Bernie Sanders, but then realized like when it was too late, like, you know, what it actually really meant was happening, I believe. So this podcast is going to need a lot of fact checking. We'll let YouTube do it for us, if that's a thing.
It was good when I looked up J.K. Rowling. That was a good idea.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. We need like a third guy to like sit around and just like, he just listens in the background, like
and he's like, "Oh, that's extremely wrong."
Right. He like that's what Joe Rogan has. He has the kid Jamie. He just sits in the back. He's googling something like every time Joe Rogan mentions anything, and he's like, "Yeah, okay, I got you." You know,
yeah.
Like we can corroborate that, or we can be like, "Oh, you're full of fucking shit, dude."
He just memes us. He's like shitty to us the whole time. He's like, God, "Oh wow, you're wrong again."
It would be funny.
It's actually this.
It would be funny if he pulled up fake articles and like he was like we were right, and he's like, actually you're wrong, and here's why: pterodactyls were flying around in the background, and so Trump couldn't get his picture.
And then we're like, oh wow,
done. Pterodactyls are still alive. That's
just crazy.
You know,
yeah.
We're
the more
only
I know.
Only in the Oval Office, apparently.
True.
It's like
pterodactyls are made from ovals.
Yeah, spelled with a P. Silent P.
Aerodactyl.
Are any P's really silent?
I just had a Pokemon, so I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, that's true. I that went over my head.
Wait,
Kabutops.
So like phase, right? Like
yeah.
PH, is that a silent P? It's not, because
it's an F sound.
Leads into the H.
Yeah, it's like, what do you call that when the two?
Because you're using it. I don't know.
Like, what would you call an SH? Like a shush sound is like different from a S or a H. But it's like not a conjunction.
But at least you can still like find the S in sh. Like.
Oh sure, yeah, yeah. English is fucking weird, dude.
But phase, yeah, like PH.
Yeah. Oh, get out of here with this.
I don't know anything.
This is like witchcraft, bro. Like they're in perfect time, dude. Cats have good timing.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah, you can put it behind a drum set, bro. They will not play very well.
I heard System of a Down. Their lead drummer is a cat.
Well, yeah, what, like a tabby or?
No, he's a Shinx.
Oh, not a Maine Coon.
No, I also just said another Pokemon name.
Yeah, you could have said a Sphinx, but you said.
I wasn't sure which one it was. What the real one was.
Is it the one?
My life is just. My life is just contrived of like saying Pokemon names for actual words.
Yeah.
Well, so like, how much does that weigh? I'm like, oh, it's a magneton.
Yeah. Pokemon. Dude, I still have Pokemon Snap. What a fucking classic.
I've been playing Pokemon Go.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like, you go out and shit?
Yeah.
Like, with people?
Or... Yeah, like outside my home. I know
you have a mask?
Hard to believe.
But do you go with people, I mean, or like, you know, you take Emily or something? Or?
No, she doesn't play. I usually just play by myself. Like, I'll take P for a walk sometimes and just catch Pokemon while he's pissing.
Oh, right. Oh, pissing Pokemon.
True. One and the same.
They are identical, actually. Yeah.
Do we do like a cheesy like sign off for the podcast?
Yeah, but it definitely shouldn't be like
our teeth thing. I don't like that. That's such
a good bit.
Oh God, so I have really gross teeth. They're like, ugh,
oh,
you know. But
different teeth for different seeps.
What if we do dog teeth with the?
Very topical.
Well, you know. Yeah, what should be the sign off? Oh, you know what, dude? The sign off should just be like, all right, get fucked, nerds, and then like we take off. I'm like
not mad at that.
Yeah, dude.
Thanks for coming to the Dog's Teeth podcast.
Origin story. Nerds. Get fucked, dude.